Hello everyone and welcome to SA Daily Insight. My name is Peter and I'm your host, here to unpack the stories that shape our country, the ones that sit right at the intersection of politics, money, and accountability. Now today's story is about South Africa's Deputy President, Paul Mashatile. Recently in Parliament, he found himself under fire, asked a very simple but very serious question. How can he afford to live in a mansion worth millions of rands? And what about the other lavish properties linked to his name? These are not just ordinary properties. In Parliament's register, Paul declared 2 homes with a combined value of 63 million rand, a 28.9 million rand home in Constantia, Cape Town, and a 34 million rand home in Waterfall. Both are in some of the most exclusive, high-security neighborhoods in the country. So today we're asking, when South Africans are tightening their belts in the face of rising living costs, why is the Deputy President dodging questions about luxury mansions and diamond gifts? And more importantly, why should the public simply accept his answers at face value? Let's take a look at what happened in Parliament, in Paul's own words.
Honorable Chairperson, thank you very much. Honorable Chairperson, in fulfillment of my obligation as a Member of Parliament, I have declared my financial interests to the Ethics Committee of the National Assembly. However, following a complaint that was lodged through the Registrar of Members' Interests on the 5th of March this year, the Ethics Committee found that there was an item that was not disclosed. In this regard, I made my representation to the committee. However, my submissions were not upheld by the committee. Once I have explained to them the reasons why I did not declare that, they said they came to a conclusion that I should have declared it, and therefore they are going to impose a fine of 10,000 rand because I have breached the code by not disclosing. As a disciplined Member of Parliament who respect the rule of law and the integrity of this institution, I have decided to comply with the decision, and the funds will be deducted from my salary. That's where we are. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Deputy President. Honorable Mokoena, do you have a supplementary question?
Yes, Chair, I do. Thank you, Deputy President, for answering that question. My follow-up question, sir, is as the Deputy President, we are fully aware of how much you earn because it is public knowledge. Therefore, would you be able to be open enough to tell us how you were able to afford a property of 7.5 million with your combined income? As the Deputy President of South Africa, we need to know the source of your proceeds of the residence that you have disclosed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy President.
I was not sure what is the member asking me now.
Can you kindly repeat your question to the Deputy President?
It's like a different question.
It is
Honorable
not a different.
Mokoena.
Thank you, Chairperson. It is not a different question. Let me say it maybe slower. The Deputy Chairperson, the Deputy President declared a house for 7.5 million rands. Now, it is not a secret how much the Deputy President earns monthly or yearly. It is public knowledge. As such, we would like to know if he is willing to disclose how he was able to procure a house for 7.5 million. Thank you.
Honorable Mokoena, unfortunately, you're asking Deputy President a new question. However, it is upon the Deputy President whether he wants to respond to the question or not. But the question
Point of order,
will
Chair.
have to be
Point of order, Chair.
hang on, Honorable Mokoena.
Point
hang
of order, Chair. This is the
on.
second time
We
you
are
are
still-
doing this to me.
Can we
This is
switch
the
her
second
off?
time I'm going to have to
Can
report
we
this
switch her
now.
off? Honorable Deputy President, that is the new question I'm making a ruling. You don't have to respond to the question that has been asked. However, Honorable Mokoena, if you want to ask Deputy President that question, you may do so in the next sets of questions, in the next round. Thank you very much. I'm now
Thank you,
proceeding to Honorable Ngumalo. Proceed to the next follow-up question. Honorable Gerike. Yes, Honorable Badenhorst. What is your point of order and on which rule are you rising on?
Under your ruling now, Chair.
Honorable, on which rules are you rising on?
Chair, I'm allowed to rise under your ruling. I'll find you the exact rule right now.
Please sit down, Honorable Badenhorst. Honorable Gerike, you are the next one to ask the...
Honourable Chair, I'm rising under Rule 69(5).
Can you sit down? I didn't note you, Honorable Badenhorst. Can you please hold the decorum of the House? I've made a ruling and... Honorable Badenhorst, if you have a problem, you do have an opportunity to raise your concern outside this process. I've made a ruling. If you have a problem with the ruling, please do raise that outside. Can you allow the House to proceed with the business?
Madam Chair, I'm rising on a point of order.
On which rule are you rising?
Rule 69(5).
Honorable Badenhorst, please don't waste our time. Can you be seated?
Madam Chair, please respect the rules of the House. I'm rising
Can you
under
please
Rule
be
69(5).
seated? Can you please be seated, Honorable Badenhorst?
Rule 69(5).
Honorable
Address
Badenhorst.
presiding officer on a point of order.
Honorable Badenhorst,
Sir?
Honorable Badenhorst, can you please take your seat? Honorable Nonkonyan.
Oh, that is seated, Chair. I wanted to rise on a point of order, Rule 9.12.
We're allowing point of orders
And
orders.
which actually says the presiding officer's ruling on a point of order is final and binding. Just wanted, but
Honorable Badenhorst, can you please listen? Honorable Badenhorst, I'm responding to you in terms of Rule 69, sub-rule 9. That says there's no delegate who may raise a point of order against or a similar point of order if the presiding officer has ruled. So it is for that reason that I'm asking you to sit down. If you are not happy with the ruling, there is another avenue that you can explore to raise your dissatisfaction. So can you please allow us to proceed with the proceedings of the House? Honorable Gerike, over to you. Honorable Gerike.
Yes, thank you, Chairperson. Deputy President, the declaration of interest for members of Parliament and the Executive is a legal requirement and ethically correct to, firstly, hold public office bearers accountable, and secondly, to win the trust of the general public. Your declaration of interest was somewhat confusing and sparked a lot of debate and speculation even in the media. You have attempted to clear the air, Deputy President. The question is, does it bring the issue to an end? Or is there still something that you need to share with the country in this regard? Thank you very much.
Honorable Deputy President, you may respond.
Thank you very much. Honorable Gerike, the matter has been brought to conclusion. I don't know what I need to share with the country. Everybody knows where I live. I've declared everything around me. I don't have smaller nyana skeletons that I have to share with anybody. My life is as transparent as it is. And that's what I wrote in my declaration. This is where I live. This is how the house is owned. And I didn't say it for the first time. I said it last year. I still live where I was living last year. So my declaration could not have changed. Somebody tried to change it in the media. You know, when members of parliament are guided by the media, like News 24, you're going to falter because you read these funny things and it becomes your program. And you come and ask me questions based on articles of News 24. It's completely out of order. No, listen to me. You read News 24 and come and ask me questions.
Hang on, Honorable Deputy President. Honorable Gerike, you asked the question. Deputy President has afforded you an opportunity to ask him and he listened to you. Now he's responding to your question. You are responding back. That is against the rules of the House. Can you afford him an opportunity to respond to your question? If you are not happy with the response, there will be another opportunity given to you to ask the question.
Chairperson,
And you can't
point of
speak
order.
back to the presiding officer.
Chairperson,
Over to you, Honorable Mananiso, on which rule are you rising on?
thank you, Chairperson. On Rule 47, that says that delegates may not confess aloud. So I want you to actually rule on that. We are tired of what Honorable Gerike is doing. Thank you.
The order is sustained, Honorable Mananiso. Over to you, Honorable Deputy President.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson, let me conclude. The point I was making is that it is a journalist who wrote a story that he's now following up, that I wrote in my declaration that I own a house that I don't own. I mean, how foolish can I be? Ownership of property is something that is on record. You can go to the registers of properties, you'll find which properties I own. So what on earth will make me go to my declaration and say, I live in this house, last year I said I don't own it, now I own it. If I own it, there will be a record that shows I'm the owner of that property. And honorable member knows the truth, but they listen to journalists who work with them to come and ask us questions here that are funny. Yes. Yeah, but Honorable Chairperson, let me leave it there. There is nothing I wish to further disclose.